welcome back to Sir Fox Learning Channel. Kumusta po kayong lahat? Today is Wednesday, no? Wednesday. Sa mga naghahanda para sa English 2024, mayroon na lang kayong 3 araw. 3 days to go. Gaano na ba kayo kahanda? So, usapan po natin yung isa sa pinakamahalaga DepEd order na possible lumabas sa exam this coming Sunday para po sa mga naghahanda ng English exam. Pero itong tatalakayin po nating DepEd order ay hindi lang din naman to para sa mga naghahanda para maging school head. Kahit mismong ordinary teacher, tayong mga guro, ay dapat alam po natin kung ano yung nilalaman ng DepEd order na to. Halimbawa, alam mo ba kung ilang BOD or Board of Director meron dapat ang junior high school pagdating sa SPTA? Alam mo ba kung ilang Board of Director meron ang elementary, ang senior high school, at kung ang pag pinagsama ang mula kindergarten hanggang senior high school, ilang Board of Director dapat meron? Alam mo na ba yon? Kung hindi pa, dapat panoorin mo siguro ang video ito para malaman mo. Akong katulad ka ni Sir Fox na auditory learner, kaya ako ginagawa ang video lesson na to para madali ko na lang babalikan, papanoorin ko lang sa TV by opening Sir Fox Learning Channel sa YouTube, mabilis kong marerecall itong DepEd order na to. So DepEd order number 13, series 2022, about the Omnibus Guidelines on the Regulation of Operations of Parent-Teacher Association. So, as PTA. Pero later on, alamin po natin, ito pa rin kaya yung pangalan ng PTA? I mean, ng Parents Teachers Association. Tunghayan po natin dito sa memorandum na to. Alright? So the Department of Education issues the Inclusive Omnibus Guidelines on Regulation of Operations of Parent-Teacher Associations to promote harmonious, active, and collaborative engagement among teachers, parents, and the community in the implementation of school programs for learners' welfare. Okay, learners' welfare. Kaya binuo po itong guidelines. Pangalawa, establish the crucial roles of the PTA as a dynamic school-based association concerned with partnership and programs for the best interest of the learners. Partnership and programs for the best interest of the learners. Example, facilitating parent-teacher partnership, participating in discussion for learners' welfare, and engaging in developing and implementing school programs. Articulate the distinct roles and responsibilities of PTA officers and members. Streamline the processes for managing PTA affairs at the different levels, which include, among others, election of PTA officers consisting of parent, guardian, and teacher members under different modalities, requirements, and privileges bestowed upon recognized PTAs, conduct of General Assembly and other meetings, undertaking the fundraising projects, and financial management and transparency of PTA operations, and the commitment, accountability of each officer. So, yun, no? Kaya ito po yung reasons bakit po binuo itong guidelines, omnibus guidelines for PTA, Parents Teachers Association. So may isa pa akong tanong dito nakita ko eh. Alam mo ba ilang member dapat meron or anong position meron ang PTA at ilang ilang parent ang member at ilang teacher ang member. Kung malalaman po natin yan dito sa guidelines na to. All DepEd orders, memoranda, rules, and regulations which are inconsistent with this order are repealed, rescinded, or modified accordingly. For more information, please contact. Yan, kontakin mo daw yan sa mas marami pang impormasyon. Okay? Signed by former DepEd Secretary. Reference DepEd Order number 54, 77, 117, series of 2009. Okay? Ito po yung reference ng DepEd Order na to. Excuse me po. Omnibus Guidelines on the Regulations of Operation of Parent Teachers Association. So ito na po yung ating subject, Omnibus Guidelines on the Regulation of Operations of Parent Teacher Association of PTAs. Ayan yung mga acronym use. BODs, Board of Director, DBM, Department of Budget Management, DC, Disciplinary Committee, DepEd, of course, the Department of Education, DILG, Department of Interior, Local Government, DO, DepEd Order, ELCOM, Election Committee, ESSD, Education Support Service Division, EXICOM, Executive Committee, FPTA, Federated Parent Teacher Association, GA, General Assembly, GC, Grievance Committee, hindi group chat, GRPTA, Grade Level Parent Teacher Association, GRPTA Core, GRPTA Council of Representatives or Grade Level Parent Teacher Council of Representative, HPTA, Homeroom Parent Teacher Association, LGU, Local Government Unit, MMS, Multimedia Messaging Service, NAPSI, National Association of Public Secondary School Head Incorporated, ONAR, Office of the National Administrative Registrar, PESPA, Philippine Elementary School Principals Association, ang dami. Yan, basahin na lang po, mas dami, sayang oras. So ito po yung mga tatalakayin po natin. Rationale, statement of policy, scope, definition of terms. Tapos na. Organizing the school PTA, composition. Ayan. Ito yung mga importante Article 2. Organizing the school PTA, the composition. Ayan. Hanggang sa organizing school PTA, composition, membership, duties and responsibilities. So, itong vlog na to, pwede rin palang panoorin na gustong maging PTA officer. Ayan. Election of officers. Kailan ba ginaganap ang election of officers ng PTA? Mahaba-haba, ano? Article 3, convening the PTA General Assembly, GAA PTA meeting. Alright. So, proceed na tayo dito sa ayan. Section 1, Article 1, General Provision. Section 1, short title, these guidelines shall be known as the Omnibus PTA Guidelines of 2022. Ito po yung pinaka-latest. Alam mo na ba to? 2022 pa, 2024 na ngayon eh. Kaya dapat alam mo na to. Pero hindi pa, panoorin mo ang video ito. The active and collaborative engagements among parents, teachers, and the school and the community are critical for ensuring the welfare of the learners. The state recognized this invaluable partnership through Presidential Decree 603 Child and Youth Welfare Code as amended. Specifically, Article 77, Presidential Decree 603 called the Parent-Teacher Association formation in the every school community and stated every elementary and secondary school shall organize a parent-teacher association for the purpose of providing a forum for a discussion of problems and their solutions relating to the total school programs and for ensuring the full cooperation of parents in the efficient implementation of such program. All parents who have children enrolled in a school are encouraged to be active member of its PTA and to comply with whatever obligations and responsibilities such membership entails. Alam niyo po, ang isa sa pinaka magandang nakita kong PTA sa province. Why? Monthly meron talaga silang time para maglinis sa school. Ang tawag nila is Pentakasi. As in, nililinis sila or ano man yung mga kailangang kumpuni, kinukumpuni. So sa province ko lang po ito na observe and hanggang ngayon, ino-observe pa rin po nila yung ganong practice. Malaking bagay sa school, lalo na sa mga malalayong lugar kasi usually kapag malalayong lugar, maliit yung population ng school. Kapag maliit ang population ng school, it means maliit din yung kanyang MOOE. Kasi nakadepende ang MOE sa number of enrollment. Maliit na number of enrollment, maliit na MOE. Ano ba yung purpose ng MOE? Expenses for the entire school. Sa bata at sa ilang mga repair or anumang pwedeng ma-accommodate sa school. Kaya malaking bagay po yung PTA, lalong-lalo na sa mga ganong areas. Dito sa urban, medyo hindi na nagpaparamdam yung ating mga parent. Hindi naman lahat. Meron namang halos nakatira na sa school. Okay? So, Batas Pambansa bilang 232 emphasizes the rights of parents to organize themselves. So, mayroon silang karapatan. With particular attention in establishing school and community networks and encourage teachers, organization, non-academic personnel or public schools, and parents, teacher, community association, Republic Act 9155 Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, along with the issuance of DepEd Order 54 of 2009. Ito po yung guidelines itong DepEd Order, the revised guidelines governing parents teacher association at school level. Okay, let's proceed. Ayan, basahin nyo na lamang po yan. Mga guidelines po yan. Okay, madami, mahaba eh. Hindi ko na isa-isahin kasi medyo mahaba po. Statement of policy. Every public, private, and non-DepEd managed basic education school shall organize PTA to provide forum for the discussion of issues. So nabanggit naman yan kanina, basahin nyo na rin po yung statement ng policy. Nabasa ko na rin kanina, bakit itinayo itong PTA. Same true with the statement ng policy pa rin naman. Yung scope, to importante siguro talaga to. The Omnibus PTA Guidelines of 2002 shall primarily apply to all public schools offering the K-12 basic education program. It shall also cover all private and non-DepEd managed basic education schools to extent applicable as subalit. These guidelines shall likewise be applicable to all DepEd Central Regional School Division and school district offices in effectively regulating the operations of PTA. By the way, marami pong salamat pala sa mga nanonood sa ating mga video lessons sa pagtatalakay nitong iba't ibang DepEd order na posibleng makatulong sa mga naghahanda para sa English 2024. Sana makatulong din po ito sa inyo. These guidelines shall also apply in the engagement of various DepEd personnel and stakeholders, teachers and school heads, and teaching personnel, parents, guardian, local government units, and other government agencies in the private sectors, corporations man yan, partnership, non-profit organization, and so on and so forth. Definition of terms. Huwag na natin isa-isahin guardian. Alam mo naman ibig sabihin ng guardian, guardian. Guard na may dyan. Person or individual appointed by competent court as the legal guardian of the learner. However, for a purpose of these guidelines and for a sole purpose of allowing an individual who has actual physical care and custody of a learner in the absence of his or her biological parents to participate a member of PTA guardian. So, ano yung importante nga ito. Ano yung distinguishing factor ng isang guardian para siya maging makasali sa PTA? Una, an individual authorized in writing by the biological parents. Dapat may writing si biological parents to whom the physical care and custody of the learner has been entrusted. So, dapat mayroong write-up. So, kung kailangan notarized, mas maganda para pwede kang tumakbo as an officer. A relative of learner with the fourth degree of consanguinity or affinity, provided that said relative has the physical care and custody over the learner and said relative is living in the same household as the learner. So, kung nakatira si learner kay relative, si guardian pwedeng maging guardian. Kilalanin as guardian. Pangatlo, an individual who holds a certification from the barangay stating that an individual has physical care and custody of the learners and such individual is providing financial and other support to the learner. Kasi may mga ganitong scenario, no? Tumatakbo as president pa nga, pero yung kanyang estudyante, malayo na palang kamag-anak at hindi naman pala nakatira sa amin. May mga ganong senaryo. Kaya dapat as advisor, you should investigate as well. Doon lalabas yung doon lalabas yung importance ng barangay clearance. Minsan, hinihingi natin na document yan sa mga learners para sa para sa, I forgot the term, pag nagso-survey for the aerial kung saan sila located. At madali lang natin silang mapupuntahan if ever na kailangan natin mag home visitation. So, yun no. Nandito yung mga distinguishing factor every guardian. In the case of an orphan, an individual or the head of the institution who has the physical care. Basta siya yung may physical care. Sabi dito, in cases failing under section 5.1.1 to 5.1.4, the individual who intend to be considered a guardian must execute a notarized affidavit. Naku po. Kailangan pa niya magpanotaryo. Notarized affidavit to be submitted to the homeroom advisor, copy of furnish. Kung hindi siya, nag-fail siya dun sa nabanggit kanina, 5.1.1 to 5.1.4. Kailangan niya ng affidavit para makonsider siya in running as a part of the PTA. Sabi dito, such affidavit must be supported by another affidavit executed by the least one disinterested person corroborating the declaration stated in the affidavit. Grabe naman. Ito pa, the condition stated under the section to be considered a guardian without a formal court order shall be without prejudice to the right of the natural biological of the learners to object, provided that the same shall be in writing stating a reason for such objection. In this case, the school head shall decide whether to grant or deny the manifestation of intention to be guardian for sole purposes, participating and be a member of PTA taking. Yun kasi ang importante yung minsan kasi may mga talagang gusto maging part ng PTA. At minsan din, may mga learners po tayo na kapag pinapatawag yung parent, kung saan na lang sila humuhugot ng parent nila kuno. Di ba? Experience ba yan? For sure na experience po yan. To distinguish from parent member of a PTA, a guardian may also be called the guardian member of the PTA. Only individuals who are legally appointed as guardian by the competent court may serve as a PTA officer. So yun na, only individuals, baka may tanong to, sino ang pwedeng maging PTA officer? Isa sa mga option, only individuals who are legally appointed as guardian. Ang tanong, sino ang pwede maging PTA officer na guardian? Ito yung mga guardian na legally appointed as guardian by a competent court may reserve as a PTA officer under these guidelines. Pag pumasok siya dun sa 5.1 to 5.1.1 to 5.1.4. Provided that other individuals considered as guardians under Section 5, ayan, or mayroong affidavit na siya ay guardian, or appointed as officers of any committee created under these guidelines as a member of, ganun din pala, basta-bastang mag-elecom, dapat legally guardian talaga siya. Homeroom, okay? Refers to section or class. Homeroom advisor, siyempre si advisor. Parent, siyempre si parent. Presiding officer. Quorum. Pag sinabing quorum, constitutes such member of members of office. Alright. Huwag natin ubusin. Lahat yan, madami eh. Teacher, sige. So, recognition, okay. Acknowledgement of PTA by the school head through the issuance of certificate of recognition subject to meeting certain requirements. Remote communication refers to transfer of data between two or more devices. Run-off election refers to another round of election to determine the winner among three. So, tatlo. Tatlo lang, tatlo na magkakatay sa sinasagawa yung run-off election in a tie from first round election. Okay. School improvement plan refers to a roadmap that outlines specific interventions that a school with the help of the community and other stakeholders will undertake with the period of 3 consecutive years. It aims to improve the teaching and learning process and promote partnership with the community stakeholders. Sa susunod po nating video lesson, ito po yung ating tatalakayin about SIP. Okay? So, ubos yung battery ko. Teacher member refers to all teacher in school as defined under RA 4670, Magna Carta for Public School Teacher, RA 7836, Philippine Teacher Professionalization Act of 1994, as amended by RA 9293. The purpose of these guidelines, all non-teaching personnel shall also be considered as teacher members. So, pwede pala ng teaching personnel maging member ng SPTA, considered as teacher member. Private and non-DepEd managed basic education schools may adopt a different definition of teacher member. Okay. Voluntary school contribution consistent of DepEd's no collection policy. Ayan, voluntary. Refers to a voluntary contribution that may be collected at any time during the year by parents, guardian, to fund activities certain organization. Example, Boy Scout of the Philippines. Madalas po itong inilalabas sa question. Girl Scout of the Philippines, Philippine Red Cross Anti-TV Fund Drive, PTA School Publication, and Learners Organization, as well as to support activities identified in the SIP. Dapat na yung activity na isasagawa ni PTA ay nasaan? Nasa School Improvement Plan, nasa SIP, in pursuant of the continuous improvement. Kaya hindi lang sila basta-basta magpapasumba for nothing. So, fundraising activity daw. Dapat pala, yung purpose is naka-indicate sa SIP ni principal, ni school for 3 years. So, ibig sabihin, si Si SPTA President, bago siya magsagawa ng project, may ipag-meeting muna siya kay principal. For what? To determine, Sir, ano nga ba yung ating SIP project na hindi pa naisasagawa? Baka pwede po naming targetin yan sa aming work plan. Di ba? Pwede palang ganun. Para connected yung work plan ni SPTA kay SIP ni school head. So, organizing the school PTA. The PTA mainly serve as a forum for discussing school learner-related problem. Ayan binuo siya hindi para mag-fundraising. Ang understanding kasi lagi ng karamihan, pag PTA, fundraising. Hindi po. Ang ano po nila is discussing school learners related problems and their solutions while ensuring parents guardian full cooperation and efficiently implementing the school programs. The collaborative effort and involvement among PTA members have resulted in favorable impact on learners and school programs designed for them. In relation to Section 11.6.2, HEO, the School PTA Board of Directors, BOD, may adopt its own bylaws to provide additional guidelines on the operation of the organization of the school PTA, provided that such bylaws are not inconsistent with the existing laws and these guidelines and other relevant DepEd issuance and matter. Okay? Composition of school level PTAs. Ito, importante po ito, yung composition. So, homeroom PTA or HPTA. This is a PTA organized at the classroom level, homeroom PTA. The HPTA shall be composed of all parent guardian members as long as ikaw ay guardian or parent ng estudyante sa isang section, sa isang klase, you are part of the HPTA. Subject to Section 5.1, 8.2, and 10, and 13 hereof. The HPTA shall elect from among its parent guardian members the following set of officers: President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, Auditor, and other position it may deem necessary by the majority vote of this present during the election. Okay? Sige lang, battery low. Ilang percent? 19, 23 minutes, kaya pa. Sige. Medyo dumilim pero pwede pa. The HPTA may meet as often its members. Okay. Sige. Basta na-define po natin si HPTA. Lahat ng guardian or parent ng isang section ay member ng HPTA or homeroom PTA at dapat meron silang president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, auditor. Yun yung pinaka-importanting ma-elect. Madalas yan lang din ang pumupunta kapag nagpapatawag, no? 6 lang. Kaya turuan na lang sila. Sige, ikaw na lang ang president. Pero by bylaws, hindi dapat ganun. Dapat quorum. Quorum dapat. Paano sir kung umabot na ng February, hindi pa rin na quorum kapag may patawag? Ayun lang. Bisitahin na siguro sa barangay, no? Grade level PTA. So may grade level. Halimbawa, buong grade 7, meron din silang organization. Buong grade 8, sa senior high school, ganun din. Sa elementary, ganun din. So sabi po dito, organizing its grade level which shall be composed of all parent guardian members and teacher members of a particular grade level. There is hereby created GRPTA Council of Representatives in its grade level composed of all presidents sa mga grade level classes. Okay? Shall elect from its members a grade level representative who shall represent their respective grade levels in school activities. A permanent alternative shall also be elected per grade level to act as a representative. So, among the presidents, pipili po sila doon ng grade level representative. Ano bang purpose ng grade level representative? Permanent alternative shall also be elected per grade level to act as a representative in the absence of the grade. Okay, meron ding permanent alternative. And the grade level PTA core may meet as often each member find it necessary to discuss activities, issues, and concerns in the grade level. So, yun lang naman pala yung purpose. SPTA, ito na po yung bagong pangalan ngayon. SPTA or School PTA, formerly known as General PTA. This is the PTA organized in the school level composed of all parent, guardian members, and teacher members of a school. The SPTA GA, General Assembly, shall be composed of all parent, guardian members, and teachers members of the school as defined under sections, ayan, 5.1, so on and so forth. Other members of the community may be invited or consulted, like local government officials, civic organizations, school-based learner organizations, to solicit their support or active participation in school activities. SPTA BOD, so which shall be composed of all duly elected grade level PTA representatives and teacher representatives to the BOD consistent with Section 11.2 hereof, and whose duties and responsibilities shall be those as enumerated. So dapat ang BOD ay, sabi po dito, composed of all duly elected grade level PTA representatives and teacher representatives to the BOD consistent with Section 11.2. Hindi pwedeng basta na lang nag-appoint. Dapat ang BOD elected as grade level representative. SPTA BOD officer subject to Section 8.3, 8.4, or 10, 11.5, 11.6.3, and 14 of. The SPTA BOD shall elect from among the BOD, the following set of officers: chairperson, vice chairperson, secretary, treasurer, by a majority vote of those present during the election. So kung hindi siya kasama sa BOD, ano nga ulit ang BOD? Dapat representative, grade level representative. Pag hindi siya grade level representative or as part of the BOD, hindi siya pwedeng ma-elect as a board of director officer. SPTA Executive Committee or EXECOM. In relation to the preceding section, the chairperson, vice chairperson, and secretary shall also serve as the concurrent president, vice president, and secretary of the SPTA EXECOM. So yung chairperson, vice chairperson, and secretary, sila yung magsiserve as EXECOM respectively. Furthermore, the BOD shall appoint a collection and disbursing officer from among its member present during the election. In case of integrated schools, additional officer, business manager, and auditor may be appointed from among the SPTA members through a board resolution. So, ang ano talaga, ano lang hanggang secretary. Ano yung mga officers na balikan nga natin? SPTA, nandito tayo sa homeroom. Secretary, Treasurer, Auditor. Pero sa ano, sa yan, SPT Executive Committee. Pwede mag-add ng, alright, sige. Membership in the PTA. Membership in a PTA shall be limited to parents, or in their absence, the guardians of duly enrolled learners, as well as teaching and non-teaching personnel in the basic education school, whether public or private. As stated kanina, kung ano yung definition ng guardian. Consistent with the last paragraph, section 5.1 here, of guardians of learners who are legally appointed. All right. A teacher member elected as a member of the BOD shall not be elected as an officer except as a secretary of the SPTA. A teacher member with the child enrolled in the school where he or she assigned may only participate HPTA, grade level PTA, and SPTA BOD as a parent, guardian member, and may not be elected as officer except as, okay, tama naman, secretary. School head may be elected as a PTA officer of another school where his or her child is enrolled. Alam nga naman sa, yun, maliwanag po yan. Membership of the PTA shall not be restricted by the non-payment of the PTA membership dues, which shall be purely on voluntary basis. Okay, duties and responsibilities of PTA members, parent guardian to attend PTA meetings, including general assemblies, to participate in the election of PTA officers, actively support to participate in PTA programs, projects, and activities, to monitor learner performance and provide feedback to the teacher concerned, to support teachers in their teaching and non-teaching duties, to help the school implement programs and projects, including but not limited to Brigada Pagbasa, Brigada Eskwela, Gulayan sa Paralan Program, monitor attendance of learners at risk of dropping out, and promote health and nutrition programs. Give feedback, okay, as on and so forth. Teacher and members to monitor learners' performance and provide feedback of observation and parent guardian members to support and actively participate PTA programs. Sige, huwag natin basahin yan kasi baka mabusan tayo ng battery. So, election of officers, voting rights, non-proxy voting. So, each PTA member shall be entitled to one vote unless such right is limited. Non-proxy. Non-proxy is or absentee voting shall be allowed. No proxy. No parent, guardian, or member of a decision-making body may delegate his or her vote power to a representative. Yun. Okay. Election committee or ELECOM, 7 members. Election committee, hereby created and shall be convened by the school head on the first day of the classes. So, 7 yung member ng ELECOM. To teachers, ito yung ano, the ELECOM shall be composed of the following: school head as a chairperson, 2 teachers, and 4 parent guardian members, and as member of the appointed and incumbent SPTA BOD. Okay, the school head, so 2 teacher, 4 parent, and kaya 7. The school head shall, to the extent possible, invite the 4 former ELECOM members who served in the previous school year to orient the newly appointed ELECOM. Okay. Yan, no? Have intention run. Have no intention to position PTA during the conference. The ELECOM shall prepare the notice. Sige yan, pasahan nyo na naman po yan. Medyo mahaba po kasi. The ELECOM shall adopt rules and regulation that will ensure free, honest, and orderly election, whether regular or run-off elections. Okay, sige. Election timeliness, indicated dates of PTA election shall be included in the annual calendar of school activities. The conduct of PTA election of the new set of officers for HPTA, GRPTA, and SPTA BOD shall be held within 30 days, calendar days, from the first day of classes. Take note for this, lumalabas po ito. 30 days, calendar days, from the first day of classes. Doon ginaganap yung election. A general assembly shall be convened by the school head and the incumbent outgoing BOD prior to this election. So dapat mayroong general assembly. Election procedures, conduct of each PTA, GRPTA, and SPTA election shall be undertaken in accordance with the notice of meeting. Dapat may notice of meeting issued by the ELICOM. For HPTA elections, the homeroom advisor shall sit as the presiding officers as designated by ELICOM. Yan, yung mga duties. Pakibasa na lang po. Okay, marami. Dami, ini-issue concern. ELICOM shall issue. Okay, basahin nyo lang po. Modes of election. To conduct a PTA election at all levels may be undertaken through any of the following modalities: physical election or face-to-face, and by remote communication, online or online and offline, and by hybrid communication, combined of physical and remote communication as deemed and practicable by the ELICOM. Haba. Makabasa na lang po nito, Deped Order number 13, series of 2022. In detail, hindi na po natin mali-detail kasi mag-detail na yung aking battery. Election protest, any candidate of a certain position may file protest relating to the election on or qualification of the elected officers. Pwede naman. Ito, the HPTA, GRPTA, SPTA General Assembly, SPTA Board of Directors, and the SPTA Executive Committee, EXICOM, consistent with Section 7. Sige, hindi ko nababasahin yan. Kasi tatil rin naman yan kanina. Diretso na tayo dun sa composition. Ito yung importante. Lumabas to sa di ba lumabas to sa mock test. Composition of SPTA BOD. Type of school, primary school, kindergarten to grade 3 or grade 1 to grade 3 only. So if kindergarten level is offered, 5 members. So sa 5 members ayan, may 4 na parents at 1 teacher representative. If kindergarten level is not offered, 4 members, 3 parents, and 1 teacher. Laging 1 si teacher. 5-4, 4-3. Elementary school, 9 members. Kapag ka in-offer si kindergarten, 7 yung parent, 2 yung teacher. Kapag hindi in-offer si kinder, 9 members pa rin, pero 6 yung parent, 3 yung teacher. Tandaan nyo ba? Integrated school, elementary, junior, and high school only. 15 members kapag ka offered yung kinder. Kapag hindi, 15 members din. Ang composition nitong 15 members kapag offered yung kinder, 11 yung parent, 4 yung teacher. Dito naman, kapag hindi offer yung kinder, 10 yung parent, 5 yung teacher. Okay? Paano? Ito yung tanong sa mock. Integrated school, elementary to senior high school. Integrated school, elementary to senior high school. Isang integrated school na binubuo ng mula elementary hanggang senior high school. Kapag ka-offered yung kinder, ibig sabihin mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ang composition niya ay 17 members. Sa 17 members na yan, mayroon siyang 13 parents sa composition na BOD at 4 teachers. Kapag grade 1 to 6 lang, walang kindergarten, ang composition niya ay 17 pa rin. Pero 12 yung parent, 5 yung teacher representative. So yun po, no? Malinaw dito sa DepEd Order number 13 series of 2022, yung composition ng SPTA BOD. Okay? Ito pa. Number of SPTA BOD members. Type of school. Kapag junior high school only, if kindergarten level is offered, not applicable. If kindergarten level is not offered, 6 members, 4 parents, and 2 teachers. Junior high school to senior high school. If kindergarten is not offered, 9 members, 6 parent, and 3 teachers. Stand-alone senior high school, katulad nung school ni Sir Pax, 6 members, 2 grade level PTA, and 2 alternate 2 teachers din. Okay? Sabi po dito, in case of school not covered by the aforementioned, enumerate the number of SPTBOD member. Example, multi-grade school or schools that offer an incomplete number of grade level. The requirement that all GPTA representatives shall serve a member of the BOD, which should not be less than two-thirds, including the appropriate number of teacher representatives, which should not be more than one-third, as provided under the first paragraph of the said section shall apply to determine the composition of SPTA. Okay? So, mahaba pa. Term of office. The term of office of the SPTA-BOD, its officer, and EXECOM officer shall be 1 year. In 1 year. In no case shall be SPTA-BOD, its officer, the EXECOM officer serve for more than 2 consecutive terms. In case of... Oh, sorry. So, dito ko natatapusin dahil wala na akong battery. That's all for now muna. Sana makatulong po ito. Basahin nyo na po itong DepEd Order number 13, series of